Morning. We've just parked up in Braithwaite near Keswick, where we are just heading up the ridge of Kin and then on to Grisedale Pike. From Grisedale Pike, I'm not quite sure where we're going to go. I think we're maybe just going to do a short walk today, come back down one of the ridges into the forest, revel in moss, and then back round to the car. It's a warm morning, the sun isn't broke through the clouds yet, but we promised a hot day again. It's supposed to be about 25 degrees, so I didn't want to do too big a walk today with Billy. We've had a couple of big ones in the last few days, so we need to take it easy a little bit. Just me and Billy, the rock star. This is actually the summit of Kin at 374 metres. It's a burkitt, and as you can see, it's about 20 feet away from the footpath, so you can't really miss it. Our hill at the moment is looking very clagged up. I'm almost certain it's going to clear. In fact, I'm sure it's starting to clear now. The bases are lifting a little bit, but it's very, very claggy up there at the moment. So we've not managed to beat that burn off. We're thick in clags still at the moment. We're not too far away from the summit. I don't really mind, to be honest. It's a lot cooler for Billy, and we've had some great days lately. The odd atmospheric one really is quite nice. So we'll get that drone up later when it clears. But so far, we're still heading uphill. Here's the rock star. Here's the rock star. Grisedale Pike summit, 791 metres. It's a Wainwright, a Burkitt, a Hewitt, a Nuttall and a Marilyn, and it's freezing cold at the moment. So I've got no idea how long this lot's going to take to clear today. It certainly ain't no 25 degrees yet, but yeah, we've got all day, haven't we, really? I'm not up for a big walk today, just chilling. It was going to be a short walk, still is going to be a short walk, but I'm going to sit here, have a coffee and just chill. So from Grisedale Pike summit we're going to head off its northwesterly ridge in the direction of Hobcarton End, and then eventually into the forest. So we've only dropped down about 100 metres, and thankfully we've got out the clag. Looks like it's clearing down here and the sun's going to get out. So there's two ridges that drop off the summit of Grisedale Pike into the forest of Revelin Moss. There's the one to the left of me here, which runs over the little summit of Hobcarton End, and there's the one to the right of me here, which is nameless on the map. I'm sure it's probably got a name locally, but to be honest with you, I can't think of it. Both of them run into the forest, and both of them will get you off Grisedale Pike. And the lovely summit to the left of me here is Ladyside Pike, which is now clearing. That would take you on to Hopegill Head, part of the Caldale Horseshoe, of which you would drop down Sandhill and then head for Sale and Wandope, Whiteless Pike, Grassmoor. Out there to the west of me is the Solway Plain and the Solway Firth just starting to clear. Looks as though it's sunny down there. As the crow flies, home's about 15 mile away on the coast there. To the north of me we've got Skidder, just starting to clear, with Blencathra behind it. Then we're panning into the east, and the hills in the east are starting to clear now. And then back behind us, Grisedale Pike, where we've just came from. There's Hobcarton End. It's a Nuttall and a Burkitt, and we've finally shook that clag off. I'll give you the 360, look at this. Absolutely beautiful. There's the summit. I wish that weather would lift as quickly in the winter. That burning hot sun, that cloud just didn't stand a chance. Once it started getting through it, it burnt it off in seconds. Unbelievable really. Not complaining. So from the summit of Hobcarton End we're going to keep heading off its ridge and eventually we'll drop into the forest below. So from the summit of Hobcarton End we've walked to the end of the ridge that's marked by this cairn. You can't go any further, it's too steep off that end, so the path takes an immediate 90 degree and heads off down into the plantations. The forest's a maze of roads and paths and cycle tracks. We're going to head down into there where we'll try and find our way back to the car. We might have to drop onto the Wainwright Pass onto the road, walk up the road a little bit, but we'll see how we get on. And into the forest we go. So just be careful in this forest. Some of the trails are for mountain bikes only. There's trails for runners and there's footpaths. This trail that I'm on is a multiple trail. It's for runners, cyclists and walkers. So still got to be careful because they come through here at some pace on the bikes. I'm going to drop down onto the road and then I'm going to follow the road back the Wainwright Pass to the car. The track drops through Revelin Moss Car Park and onto the Wainwright Pass. So if you're actually wanting to just do Hobcarton End without Grisedale Pike, you could come up from here. You could park here and come up from here, which would be a short walk of about a mile. So that's us almost back to the car. The walk's been about 6.5 miles. I'm certainly not sure of the footpaths through that forest back to the car, so I just cut my losses and I came down to the road where I've had to walk about 1.5 miles down the Wainwright Pass, bearing in mind it's Tuesday, so it's fairly quiet. There's not been many cars on the road, but over a weekend it would be very busy, so you know that needs taken into account. So yeah, thank you. I'm going to say goodbye and see you next time. Bye from me and bye from Billy, the rock star.